Hello students, I am Sunny sir from Mohdi English School. This video is for class 3 subject English. And as usual, before we begin with our video, I always tell you some important precautions that are to be taken, especially during these days. So which are they? So see that you follow all these things very strictly. See that you keep your surroundings very much neat and clean. You have to maintain cleanliness in your surroundings. Also, you should wear neat and clean clothes. See that you do not eat the food packets or the junk food. You have to eat the hot cooked food, and see that you do not eat stale food. You have to eat at the same time when it is cooked. Also, see that you wash your hands throughout the day continuously, at least during 1 hour, and see that you use soap for 30 seconds for washing your hands. These are all the very minor things that are need to be taken care of. So I hope you are already doing it. The thought for today: practice like you have never won, perform like you have never lost. So, the meaning of this thought is that when you are learning something new, like you are watching the videos every day you see new videos coming up on your TV screen or mobile screen. So, while you are watching the video, you have to sit like you have never seen this video before. You have to learn everything from that video. When you sit watching the video, you have to think that today I am going to learn something new, and that way you will practice while you are performing in your exam or in the competition. You have to perform like you will get the first rank or the first prize. That way you have to perform with that confidence. So that is the meaning of this thought. The content of today's video, that is lesson number 3, the apple dumpling. It is revision based video. I have brought this lesson again for you. Today we will read the text of the lesson, means we will read the whole lesson from the textbook, and you will see how to pronounce the very difficult words, what are the meanings of the difficult words, and you will read along with the video and you will learn along with me. See that you have to read each and every word very carefully, very clearly. You have to read the words and you have to repeat after me, and you have to understand the meanings of the difficult words. So, this video is specially based for reading practice of lesson number 3. Let us begin. So, here is the lesson. Let us start reading the lesson. So, in your notebook today, you will just write the heading of the lesson, the apple dumpling, which is written over here because we are reading the lesson, which is lesson number 3. So, please give the heading, and after that, while reading, you will write down some difficult words which come across when we read the lesson. There will be some words which I will tell you to write down, and you have to read along with me. So let us start reading the lesson number 3, apple dumpling. That is the apple dumpling. It is about hobbies and interest. What are your hobbies? What are you interested in? So let us start reading the lesson. Reading. Read this story about a woman whose favorite hobby is cooking. One day, she wants to eat an apple dumpling and sets out to look for apples. She learns through her journey that you can get anything you wish for if you try hard enough. Once upon a time, an old woman wanted to cook an apple dumpling for dinner. Since cooking was her favorite pastime and apples her weakness, she had all the flour and all the butter she could want in her cottage. She had enough sugar to cook 10 apple dumplings. Yet there was one thing she did not have, and that was apples. So these are the words you should write: dumpling, dumpling, Favorite, favorite. Weakness, weakness. We are learning today how to read, how to pronounce some words. So please focus on how I read. You have to listen to me because listening is a skill. Listen to me very attentively. And you have to read after watching the video the same way as I am reading. She had plums. In her yard stood a tree filled with roundest and most beautiful red plums. Still, you cannot make an apple dumpling with plums, and there is no use trying. So, the difficult words that you have to learn and write in this paragraph are roundest, roundest, beautiful, beautiful. Then continue. So the old woman filled a basket with plums and set out in search of someone with apples. She said to herself, there may be those in the world who have apples and need plums. So the two words in this paragraph you have to learn and you have to write down in your notebook. basket, basket, someone, someone. Let us continue reading. Soon she came to a farmyard and saw a young woman. She and the old woman began to talk. The old woman told her about the apple dumpling she wanted. So the two words that you have to write from this paragraph, farmyard, farmyard. Second, began, begin. That is the past tense of begin. You can say begin, began and begun. These are the three forms of this verb. Here is the meaning which is given. Dumpling means it is a small fried ball of duff stuffed with filling. This we have already written in Fairbook for given word. Next page, let us continue reading. She showed the young woman her basket of plums that she hoped to trade. So the two words in this paragraph that are hoped, hoped, and trade, trade. These are the two words that you have to write down in the notebook. Then continue. Oh dear, said the young woman, I would love to make a trade. My family loves plum jelly. Yet all I have to give you is a bag of feathers. So here you will write three spellings in the paragraph which are given over here. family, family, jelly, jelly, feathers, feathers. Then, well, why not make a trade? Said the old woman. A bag of feathers, she thought, would at least be easier to carry. So the two words in this paragraph that you have to write, thought, thought, easier, easier. These are the two words that you will write. So they did. The old woman went on. Soon she came to a house with a wonderful garden. All of a sudden she heard loud voices from inside. Cotton, said a young woman loudly. Straw, yelled a man. So these are the words that you have to write down in your notebook, these 5 words. wonderful, wonderful, very nice. cotton, cotton. loudly, loudly. straw, straw. yelled, yelled. I hope you have written these words, and I repeat, this video is for reading practice. You have to see how I read. You have to listen to me very carefully. Here is someone who can help us, said the young woman. She called, Good mother, would you help us decide something? If you were making a pillow for your grandfather's bed, wouldn't you stuff it with cotton? So, in this paragraph, there are three words that you have to write: SOMETHING, something, then PILLOW, pillow. It is a soft thing that you keep under your head while you sleep. STUFF, stuff, means to put inside. Continue. The old woman shook her head. Feathers will make the softest pillow, she said, and handed them the feathers. And as for me, if you can give me some apples or a bunch of flowers, I would be happy. So these are the three words you have to write in the book. SHOOK, shook, that is the past tense of shake. SOFTEST, softest. BUNCH, bunch. These are the words that you have to write down. Continue. The man and the woman had no apples to give. Still, they were glad to gather a bunch of roses, lilacs, and lilies from their garden for her. So, the names of the three flowers you will write over here: ROSES, roses; LILACS, lilacs; LILIES, lilies. A good bargain, said the old woman to herself, and carried on. Walking along the King's Highway, the old woman passed a young lord. His face was sad. So here you will write this too: BARGAIN, bargain, then KINGS apostrophe S, then highway, HIGHWAY, highway. It is capitalized as it is the name of a place. It is a highway. It is a proper noun. See, there is apostrophe S. Good day to you, young man, said she. Not such a good day, said the young lord. The court jeweler didn't send me the ring he had promised. The young man sighed. Now I must go to my lady with nothing for her. You will have a gift, said the old woman, though I may never see my apple dumpling. So here you are going to write these three words which are underlined: COURT, court, JEWELLER, jeweler, court jeweler. Then PROMISED, promised. SIGHED, sighed. Here G is silent, sighed. Here are the meanings of some words. Glossary: yelled, shouted; lilacs, pale purple or white flowers; bargain, in this lesson it means an exchange; sighed means breathed out slowly while making a noise, usually in sadness. Then let's continue. She took the flowers from the basket and gave them to the young lord. He smiled brightly. So you will write this one word over here: BRIGHTLY, brightly. Then, kind woman, he said, I would like to give you something too. He handed her the gold chain from around his neck. So here you will write these two words: HANDED, handed, and here GOLD, gold. Next, the old woman hurried towards the town as fast as her feet could take her. Soon she passed a mother with many children. They looked sad. Now you shall write these three words: HURRIED, hurried; Then FEET, feet, it is the plural form for foot. Foot means one, feet means many, means two. Then PASSED, past. What is the matter? She asked. Today is a sad day. Our last crust of bread has been eaten. We have no money to buy more, said the mother. So now you shall write these words which are underlined: MATTER, matter, CRUST, crust, BREAD, bread, EATEN, eaten. This is the third form. There are three forms of these verbs like eat, ate, eaten. Then let us read ahead. Well, said the old woman, never will it be said that I ate apple dumpling for supper when my neighbors had no bread. So here are the two words that you will write down: SUPPER, supper, and NEIGHBOURS, neighbors. Your neighbors are the people who are living near your homes. Then she put the gold chain into the mother's hands and went on her way without waiting for thanks. A few moments later, the mother and children ran up behind her. So these are the words that you have to write. Which are that words? WITHOUT, without. MOMENTS, moments. BEHIND, behind. Then, we do not have much to give you, said the mother. Still, here is a little dog to show our thanks. His barking will keep you from being lonely. So you will write these two words now: BARKING, barking, and LONELY, lonely. Then let us continue reading. The old woman did not have the heart to say no. So into the basket went the puppy. Let's see now, said the old woman. Plums for feathers, and feathers for flowers, flowers for a gold chain, and a gold chain for a little dog. All the world is give and take. Who knows but that I may have my apple dumpling yet? And on she went. So these are the meanings given over here in the glossary. That is crust, the hard brown outer part of the bread; supper, that is the dinner, the light meal which you have in the evening. Let's read ahead. Then, right before her, she saw an apple tree. It grew in front of a house that looked almost like her own cottage. On the porch of the house sat an old man. So here there are 5 words that you have to write: BEFORE, before; FRONT, front; ALMOST, almost; COTTAGE, cottage, a house, a small house; PORCH, porch. Then, that is fine trees of apples, said the old woman. Well, I suppose it is, said he. Still, an apple tree is not a good companion for a man who is growing old. I would give all the apples in my tree for a puppy to bark on my doorstep. So here you will write this 5 words again: SUPPOSE, suppose, means to believe; COMPANION, companion, friend; GROWING, growing; PUPPY, puppy. Here is the puppy. DOORSTEP. Doorstep. These are the doorsteps. Then let's read ahead. Bow wow, called the little dog from the old woman's basket, and in less time than it takes for you to read the end of this story, the little dog was barking on the old man's doorstep, and the old woman was on her way home. At last, she had a basket full of apples on her arm. So here you shall write just two words. Which are the two words that you have to write? BARKING, barking. BASKETFUL, basket full, means full of basket. Then, if you try long and hard enough, you can always have an apple dumpling for supper, she said. So here you will write this one word, ENOUGH, enough. ENOUGH, enough. Then that night the old woman made a large, wonderful apple dumpling, and she ate it down to the very last crumb. Yum! So here are the two words, wonderful. This word you have already written, so no need to write it. And one more word you will write over here, that is CRUMB, crumb. Yum means yummy, tasty. So the difficult words in this page that we have seen, it is given over here in the glossary. Which are that words? See the meanings. PORCH, porch, that is an area covered by roof in front of the house. Then companion, someone with whom one spends a lot of time, like your friend. Then crumb, it is a tiny piece of the bread, cake or biscuit that you eat. So here we come to an end. Here we complete the reading of the lesson along with the pronunciation of some difficult words. Now let us read something about the author. Who has written this lesson? About the author, Maud Lindsay. She was born in the year 1874 and died in 1941. She was the childhood friend of Helen Keller. Lindsay wrote many children's books, the first of which was Mother Stories. She also became famous for her book Selected Poems and collections such as A Story Garden for Little Children. Her stories Little Missy and Silverfoot were also popular. This is the image of the author, Maud Lindsay. She has written the lesson Apple Dumpling. So now we are solving one exercise based on what we have learnt just now. Find out words from the story which mean the opposite of these words. One has been done for you. Now the story which we just read right now, the apple dumpling, from that we have to write the opposite words. What is the meaning of opposite words? Means the words which are not the same, which mean exactly different meaning than the original word. For example, we say good, bad. That is the opposite. So we have to write the opposites over here from the lesson which we have just completed reading the story. And the words are already given in the text which we just read. So the first one is given over here, STRENGTH, strength. Your strength, how much capable you are. And answer is WEAKNESS, weakness. Your strength is what you can do. Your weakness is something which you cannot do. Like your weakness can be your food. You cannot control yourself. You want to eat the apple dumpling while you see that. So that is your weakness. Then you have to write this first one in your notebook. Then number 2, it is given ugly, UGLY, ugly. Ugly means it is not good looking. Opposite of ugly is good looking. So the word was there in the lesson, that is beautiful. So that is the opposite of the word ugly. So here is the answer. You can write the answer in your notebook. What is the opposite of the word ugly? Beautiful. Beautiful. Ugly, beautiful. Ugly means not good looking, beautiful means good looking. Next, hardest. Hardest means very hard, very tough. So, opposite of hardest can be softest. We saw in the lesson the word was there, softest. SOFT, softest pillow. So, let us write the answer. Here is the answer that we have, SOFTEST, softest. Softest pillow with the cotton. Softest. Then the fourth one is ALWAYS, always. Always means every time. Don't even leave a single time in between. I always do my homework means every day. I don't leave a gap in between. So always means every day. Opposite of always is not a single day, means it is never. Let us write. So here is the answer that I have written, NEVER, never. Always means every day, never means not a single day. Always, never. Fifth one, MANY, many. Many means more than one. Many means more than one, means so many. It can be 100 or 200. Opposite of many is some. I want many apples. I want some apples. So here is the answer. You can write down in your notebook, SOME, some. SOME, some. Many, some. Sixth one, last one over here, BACK, back. Back is the back part. You can say there are two parts. Like in the house, we have back part and the front part. So back side and front side. Like rear, back is rear. We have rear mirror from which we can see the vehicles coming from the back. That is back part. So back and front. In our body also we have back part, that is our backbone, and front part, that is our face. So back and front. So here is the answer. You can note down, FRONT, front. So these 6 opposites which we have done. See the opposites, opposite meaning words from the lesson which we have done now. Strength, weakness. Ugly, beautiful. Hardest, softest. Always, never. Many, some. Back, front. So today we read the lesson, the apple dumpling. In this lesson, what did we learn? In this lesson, we learned that there was a lady, the old woman, who wished to eat her favorite dish, that is apple dumplings, and with a heart of gold and a few plums from a tree, she sets out to trade and find apples to cook for the dish. On her journey, the old woman meets a number of people, but none of them have apples to give her or to exchange with her. Yet she helps them all. She exchanges her plums for a bag of feathers with a woman who wanted to make plum jelly. Then she trades the feathers with a couple who wanted to make a pillow for their grandfather. She gets a bouquet of flowers in return. Then she exchanges the bouquet of flowers with a young lord for a gold chain. She gives away the chain to a poor family with no bread, no food to eat, and in return she gets a puppy, a small dog. Finally, she meets a lonely old man in the need of a dog as a friend. The man had a fine apple tree growing in his garden. In return for that puppy, he gives the old woman apples, and she finally goes home and makes apple dumplings for herself. This is how we come to an end of today's lecture. Please read this lesson and write down the difficult words as we have written today. Please maintain cleanliness in your surroundings. Take care of yourself. Have a nice day. Thank you for watching my video.